Welcome to your member update with State Secretary of HACSU, Robbie Moore. Thanks for joining us, Robbie.
Thanks for having me, Esther.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot that HACSU is involved in and doing. Let's start with thank you for working in Aged Care Week.
Yeah, we've just had a fantastic week right across the state going out to aged care work sites. We go there with chocolates, and it's based on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where we have a gold ticket, a silver ticket and a bronze ticket. We had some fabulous members win prizes up to $600 and lots of on-the-spot prizes. It's been a fantastic week that members have really appreciated, and we've had lots of fun getting out there and thanking aged care workers for the valuable work that they do.
Yeah, and you were out at all hours too, right?
We did. We've covered all shifts, so we were going in often at 10 o'clock at night so that you get the changeover at 11 when the night shift comes on. We did afternoon shifts similarly, day, early mornings, the weekend as well. It was really good, and handed out over 1,200 chocolates to members, which was just fantastic.
I love that, and I love it too because my mother worked in aged care, and sometimes it's quite a thankless job.
Yeah, it often is. I mean, these workers work so hard. They often can't get the work that they need to get done on any given day, and certainly, the difficulties of how many older people they have to get up and showered, etc. just shows how tough the work is. So it was just great to be able to go out there and thank members for their really valuable work that often goes unnoticed.
Let's look at the budget, and I'm sure that you have a reply to that. What's in it, or lack of what isn't in it, for healthcare workers?
Look, it was a really disappointing budget. It's a Band-Aid budget, but in the middle of it is ripping out hundreds of millions of dollars out of our health system. This is a health system that is in crisis, and it's a gutless way of doing it because they haven't even decided what services they've cut. They've left that for the bureaucrats to decide. All we know is that there's a efficiency dividend, which is a cut of 50 million this year, another 50 million, so 100 million the following year, and 150 million the following year. Most of that will have to come out of our health budget, and it's really scary. And we're going to take the government on this because they actually promised they were going to fix the health system, not rip it down of hundreds of millions of dollars more.
That must be disheartening too because, well, we know the problems in the healthcare system. What's their reasoning for taking away so many hundreds of millions of dollars?
Well, they've done it in a really deceitful way by using what they're calling a budget dividend, and what that means is that next 3 years, nearly $300 million taken from the entire public sector, but of course health is the biggest part of that, so it's going to rip away much needed funds that are actually needed to be increased, not decreased.
And is there anything positive in it for healthcare workers?
The only things that were included in the health system, the government had already announced. They'd announced them in the lead up to the state election. There was no new money at all. There is some money given to the LGH for redevelopment, but if you're going to do that while at the same time taking away more money, it really is pointless. So overall, we're really disappointed with this budget. We hope that the opposition parties and the crossbench actually challenge the government over this and get this budget changed so that it is fair and actually delivers more funding for health, not less.
After the latest round of industrial action that HACSU's done for child safety and youth justice, where are we at with that?
We've actually had some positive developments since members took that action. It's unfortunately that they had to stop work just to bring this to a head. But since that, we've now had 2 meetings that have actually been very good with management, and what we are now taking out to members is a package of an interim agreement that will deliver 5 impact days for all staff. At the moment, only some are getting it, so that will be a lot fairer. And also we're hopefully getting a reclassification for support workers, which is a really important part of it. And then beyond that, we'll be going into proper negotiations for a new child services agreement, and we think that could be a way to really improve wages and to have competitive wages with the mainland to attract and retain workers. Impact days are for when staff are in a traumatic situation, and it means that they can take time off afterwards to recover, which is a really important part of their role because they often are in really stressful but also dangerous situations at times. So giving them some impact days are really important.
And HACSU also has a petition at the moment for reproductive health leave. What is that fighting for, and how can people get involved?
So what we're fighting for there is 12 days of paid reproductive leave in the National Employment Standards. We think that this is such a vital area. This leave that we're fighting for is helping people who are in vulnerable situations. Obviously, it covers things like miscarriage and some of those sort of things, but it's also like screenings around breast cancer, prostate cancer, menopause issues and things like that. So this is a really important entitlement that we believe workers should have. And we're really pleased to be leading the campaign on this.
And of course, the link, if you want to get involved, is on the socials for that incredible initiative to have something like that in workplaces. Robbie Moore, State Secretary for HACSU, thanks for joining us and thank you for the update.
Thanks, Esther.